Hey pipe smokers, how we doing? Well, I was watching one of Sensical Pipe's videos this weekend, and he was talking about the different pipe brands he had, and I thought that was interesting. And I was, reading a bunch of the comments from folks, and they were sharing, how many pipes they had and all that stuff. And I thought I would go ahead and share my pipe collection with you guys. I would just kind of, I don't know, maybe it's narcissistic or selfish or something, but I would just kind of show you guys my pipe collection. I know occasionally we see videos from you guys who kind of do that, and I think it's interesting. I like seeing other people's pipes, so I figured I would do that with you guys. So let's get started with that. The very first pipe I ever purchased was a Dr. Graybow. Dr. Graybow Omega. So this is the pipe I've had the longest. This pipe smokes really well. It's a pretty small pipe, but it does a great job. I like Dr. Graybow pipes. Good bang for the buck. I have two other Dr. Graybow pipes. This is called Freehand. That's what Dr. Graybow describes this. Has actually some pretty decent grains, for Dr. Graybow. This pipe smokes great. This is one of my best smoking pipes. And I like this pipe so much, the feel of it and how well it smoked, that I went and bought a kind of a companion to it. Another freehand, but this time in the Dr. Graybow rusticated finish. So those are my my three Dr. Graybows. I really like Dr. Graybows. So let's go to my Stanwell pipes. Here's my most recent Stanwell. This is from their Hans Christian Andersen line. This has got a nice little light sandblast finish to it. It comes with two stems, a long stem that you can kind of make this into a church warden, and then this shorter stem. I've been smoking it just with this little short stem here. So this is my most recent Stanwell. Here's my first Stanwell right here. This is one of my favorite pipes. This is in Stanwell's what they call their Vario finish. You can see it's got both smooth and not rusticated. It's a sandblast finish with a nice little plateau top and a kind of a military mount to it. This is a great pipe. This thing smokes fantastic. I really love this Stanwell pipe. It's an excellent pipe here. And then my third Stanwell is this nice little small, I think it's called it's a Dublin shape. This is from their Zebrano line. You can see it's got this wooden insert here, which I think is zebra wood. I think it's what it is, zebra wood. That's why they call it the Zebrano line. This is my my third Stanwell. Let's move on to my 7Ls. I have 3 7Ls, 4 7Ls. I think I have 4 7Ls. Yes, 4 7Ls. Excuse me, guys. This is the one that my wife gave me a couple years ago for my birthday. It's my first church warden. This is from 7L. I haven't smoked this in quite a while, but it smokes great. I just haven't smoked it in a long time. The first 7L I purchased was this kind of bulldog shape pipe. This is the aromatic pipe for me. It smokes aromatics really well. So yeah, this is kind of bulldog shape. Smoked so well that I picked up a second 7L shortly after that. It was an estate pipe. This little bent pot. This is another aromatic pipe for me. This one doesn't have a vulcanite stem. It's got an acrylic stem. It kind of looks like amber, but it's an acrylic stem. This is a good smoking pipe too. And then finally, my most recent 7L is this pipe here, Zulu shape. This has got some really, I think it has some really pretty lines on it. I don't smoke this very often. It smokes great. It's a fine smoking pipe, but for whatever reason I don't smoke it that often. But anyway, I really like the lines of this Zulu shape. So those are my, excuse me guys, those are my 7Ls. So let's get to my Petersons. I have 5 Peterson pipes. Here's the first Peterson I ever bought. It was a system pipe. This is shape number 302. It's a pretty big pipe. The bowl on it's pretty big, got a big smoking chamber, it's really comfortable to hold, but it's just a classic Peterson system pipe in Peterson's standard rusticated finish. I really like this pipe. This is a favorite pipe of mine. It smokes just about everything in it really well. The next two pipes I bought from Peterson, I got them from Ewan Reese out of Chicago. First one was this. They're both these two are both deluxe classics. I believe that's what Peterson describes them as with that line. This little small straight billiard, and then also another one. This is a straight. They call it a Dublin shape, but it doesn't. It's the Dublin-esqueness to it is very subtle. But these are nice. They both have a nice little sterling silver band on them. They smoke really well. They both have the P-lip, just like the system pipe does. The next Peterson pipe I purchased, I saw this Canadian shape in a Peterson, and I thought, well, I don't have a Canadian, and I kind of like that, so I picked this up. This is my one and only Canadian shaped pipe, and I got it in a Peterson. This is a nice pipe. It's of the 5 Petersons I have, this one doesn't smoke as well as the other 4. It smokes fine, just not as well as the other 4. And then here's my most recent Peterson pipe. It is a silver spigot in the classic bulldog shape. I just thought this pipe was just beautiful with the silver spigot mount on it and this classic bulldog shape, and it had some, you can see it has some really nice grain on it, and it was a good price, so I had to have it. I'm smoking just Virginias in this pipe right here. So those are my 5 Peterson pipes. Now the rest of the pipes in my collection, I have about 25, 26 pipes, are some assorted stuff. Here, I'll show them to you. This is an estate pipe. It's a Sasini 4 dot. This is an estate pipe, another Zulu shape. Once I got a cake built in this pipe, it really came into its own. Built a little cake in this pipe, and it smokes just like a dream. And it's really nice. The button on this pipe is super thin. If I was a clincher, I would have probably just cracked it or bitten right through it by now, because it's just so thin. But it's really comfortable in the mouth. Let's see what else. Here we go. This was the first bulldog I ever bought. The Butshukan, the classic bulldog. Nice little pipe. I've got a couple of basket pipes. I'll show them to you. Here is a Parinelli. It's kind of an apple shape with black rustication. Nice little ruby, pearlized ruby stem on it. This is a basket pipe from a local brick and mortar, but this thing smokes fantastic. Just a great smoker for a basket pipe. I was really impressed. I believe David at the Virtual Smoking Lounge actually sells these Parinellis in this finish with this type of stem on it. He sells them, so if you like what you see, I guess I'm shilling for David. You're welcome. But anyway, I have this pipe. I bought this pipe long before David started selling pipes, but this is a really good smoker. It's fantastic. I've even thought about purchasing more of them from David, because my local brick and mortar doesn't carry these anymore as their basket pipes. I like that pipe so much that about 2 weeks later I went back in and bought another Parinelli. This is similar, except it doesn't have that ruby red stem on it, and it's got a little bit of a small parts to it that are smooth, the top of the bowl and this little part right here. But again, this smokes fantastic for a basket pipe. These 2 Parinellis are pretty good. I'm really impressed with them. Let me show you my Neerups. Neerups are pipes made by Peter Jeppesen. Here we have a kind of a freehand Dublin with a nice plateau rim on it. It's got some pretty nice grain on it. I don't know if you can see that. I like this pipe so much. It smokes so well from day 1 or bowl 1 that I went and bought a second one. This time I got a paneled billiard. Again, you can see it's got some nice grain on it. I think it's got nice grain on it. This is a pretty big bowl. You can see it's got nice thick walls, and I hold my pipes when I smoke them. So this is perfect for me. It'd be a little heavy if I was a clincher. This is kind of a big heavy pipe, so It would be kind of difficult to clench, but I don't. I hold it, so it's very comfortable in my hand. Really like these two near-up pipes from Peter Jeppesen. What else? What else, guys? Okay, here's some more. Here is my one and only Brebbia pipe, a straight Dublin, with some really beautiful grain on it. Well, you can see it in this light, but it does have some nice grain on it. It's got a Cumberland brindle stem on it. This is a nice pipe. Next to it I have my one and only Fern Down. It's a poker with a kind of a rusticated finish. Again, another silver band on it, and with a Cumberland brindle stem. This is a nice big pipe too, thick walls. Nice, comfortable in the hand to hold. I really like this Fern Down. And probably coming to now my favorite pipe of all is an estate pipe. It's a Claudio Cavicchi from Italy, handmade. It's a 1C. He kind of grades his pipes from 1C up to 5C. He may have a grade above that, where the grade above that's like absolutely flawless. But 1C is probably his lowest grade, but still I was pretty impressed with the grain for his supposedly lowest grade, and I don't see any fills or anything like that on this. So I'm really impressed. It's, you know, simple billiard with a sterling silver band. This thing smokes amazing. I think the reason the person who owned this before sold it was because if you put a tobacco in here that's kind of wet on the wet side, it'll gurgle. So I'm thinking that's probably why the person sold this. But I found out that if I make sure my tobacco isn't wet, it's on the dry side of moist, at the, you know, or drier, no gurgle whatsoever, and it smokes like a dream. Just cool smoke. The draw on this thing is nice and wide and easy, and it's just a sublime experience to smoke a good tobacco out of this pipe. I am so impressed with this Cavicchi. It's unbelievable. Like that Cavicchi. I will be getting more Cavicchis. I plan to get more Cavicchis. I'm really impressed with them. And then finally, I have my one and only Meerschaum. It's got kind of a lattice finish, and as you can see, it's starting to develop a little color along the stem here, and it's slowly working its way up along the bottom side of the bowl. This is a nice pipe too. Really like my Meerschaum. So there you go. I do have some a couple of cobs, but I figured I would just show you I think that's everything. Show you my briar pipes, my one Meerschaum. But there you go. That's my current pipe collection. Like I said, I really would like to get some more Cavicchis because I'm so impressed with that one. I'd also kind of I like the idea of getting a birth year Dunhill. I don't know if that'll ever happen because Dunhills are kind of expensive. We'll see. But anyway, that's my pipe collection. Hope that wasn't too boring for you. I appreciate you guys watching. Appreciate your comments and all my subscribers' review. Thanks a lot, guys. And like Dunhill Man UK says, keep them pipes smoking, guys. See you later.